I am muted. Sorry, guys. Joshan, please get us started with the champ.
Also, Montesino for Panda Sports Clubs. How are you today?
I'm doing amazing. How are you doing?
Good. Thank you for asking. So 5 wins in a row. Last year's champ. For someone like you who have enough experience in the PFL format, how being last year's champ and having 5 wins in a row changed your mentality from a couple of years ago?
Yeah, that's a good question. To be honest, nothing has changed since the championship or since the last fight. But what happened is me actually sitting down with my team before last season and making sure we made all the necessary changes in regards to what I needed to do, because I believe there were some gaps and some holes in my game that we needed to cover up, and we did that. And after that, we haven't looked back. After each fight, we look at what can we do to get better, what can we take with us, and that's just the mindset that we've been carrying on.
Thank you and good luck.
Patrick.
Hey, Sadibou, this is Patrick McCoy from Combat Sports UK. So I noticed on your Instagram, you posted a thing where you were practicing the knee that you caught your last opponent with. And so you nailed that game plan. So I'm wondering, what is the game plan going into this one, and how confident are you that you can nail it?
So if you watched it, you know that I released that one after the fight. So I'm not going to tell you anything before and give out any secrets. But all jokes aside, to be honest, we was very fortunate last time. We worked on a lot of different things, and that was one sequence that we saw an opportunity, and we capitalized on it. For this one, we've been working on a lot of different things, and without saying too much, the first and most important thing is to get the hand raised. But we have a couple of viral things that we're gonna throw at him and see if anything sticks.
Love it, man. And a solid win here, and you're definitely in the playoffs. There's 3 other guys in the top 4: Carlos Leal, Magomed Umalatov, and Magomed Karimov. Who of those guys would you like to face first in the playoffs?
So I've gotten this question a lot of times, and I understand why it all makes sense, but I'm focused about 2 guys, myself and my opponent that I have in front of me. Without beating him and without like looking past him, if I were to look past him, neither of those names would matter. So I'm not worried about those guys.
And the opponent, Shane Mitchell, last one from me, was the prediction.
I'm getting my hand raised for sure, and hopefully a first or second round finish, but getting the hand race is the most important thing, and that's for sure what's going to happen on Friday.
Can't wait, man. Good luck.
Appreciate you.
Susanna.
Hi, Sadi. Hi, Susanna from Dreamcatcher Media UK. Yeah, I just had a quick question. I read that you'd had vision problems growing up, and you'd fought most of your early career with up to 40% vision. How is that going now? And like, can you see your opponent properly?
Yeah, that is right. I did a couple of surgeries when I was younger. Thankfully, that's not an issue anymore. My vision is on point, and yes. So that's I've always said it's gonna be worse for my opponent when I'm actually able to see them properly, which I am.
Right. Okay. And just, it's not a question really, but I first saw you fight live in Cardiff, and you had a massive following with your family there, and they got the whole crowd going in the whole arena. Where are they turning up next? Because I was sitting in the middle of them, and it was great.
So I'm gonna have a little bit of like a small fan base that's gonna be here for this one, but not as big as in Cardiff, or I believe for the championship in New York, I believe it was like 60 to 70 people flying in from Sweden for that one. So that's moments that are like life, like you're gonna remember for life, like which is so crazy to just comprehend. But I know I have amazing support, even though they're not in the stands, and they're with me.
Yes. Okay, all the best for Friday then. I'll be watching. Okay.
Appreciate you.
Okay, bye.
Corey Newman. Corey, we cannot hear you.
Hello, can you hear me now?
Yes.
Awesome. Sadibou, how you doing? It's Corey Newman with Tunnel Vision Sports.
Amazing, Corey. How you doing?
Good. I was wondering how winning 5 fights in a row, including the championship, has influenced MMA in Sweden. If so, how?
That's a good question. To be honest, the thing is, I think that like the sport is growing. We have a lot of great fighters coming from Sweden. And the sport is just gonna continue grow. I haven't been in Sweden as much as earlier years, as I'm now based in Vegas. But the support from Sweden has been amazing, and I believe that, like I said, it's just gonna keep growing.
And then one more from me. It's Shane Mitchell's first fight this season. He looked good in the first round before ultimately losing a decision. He's going to need a finish in this fight. So do you expect him to come forward and come very aggressive at you?
Yeah, so that's right. He for him to be able to advance, he needs points. So I'm ready for whatever. I'm ready for him to come out right out of the gate. I'm ready for him to be calculated and just try to get the like. I'm ready for all different scenarios. So I'm not only thinking that he's gonna try to come out for one round
Gotcha. All the best. I'm looking forward to your fight Friday night.
Appreciate that.
Anik.
Sadibou, Anik Subramanian, Fightbook MMA. Good to see you again.
Likewise.
So Francis Ngannou has been the PFL's biggest signing. They're working together to build a PFL Africa League. What would it mean to fight in Africa and represent Senegal?
Oh, wow. First and foremost, very happy for PFL and for Francis for making that deal. And yeah, Africa is close to my heart, and that would be a dream come true. And that's something that I'm definitely gonna push for and try to be a part of. So I hope that that's something that we get to see.
Gotcha. One more from me. 4 of the 5 PFL welterweight fights ended in finishes this year. Do you think that you're part of the most exciting division in the PFL?
I believe so, because we don't have a middleweight division. So a lot of the welterweights could fight as middleweights as well. So I believe that's why we have, in my opinion, one of the strongest division in PFL, and frankly, one of the strongest welterweight divisions in the world.
Thank you, Sadibou, and excited to see you on Friday.
Appreciate that.
Gavin.
Hi, Sadibou. With the PFL having a European series, would you ever, for like your retirement fight, like to be on one of the European cards so you have a chance for our fans near?
So obviously, like I would love to fight in Europe. That would make it so much easier for my friends and family from Sweden to come out. Fighting for PFL in Sweden would be a dream, just as well as fighting in Africa. So, like, I'm trying to stick around for I have a lot of work to do in this game. I've been saying that I believe that I'm gonna start hitting my prime maybe next year. So hopefully we'll see me fight in both Sweden and in Africa.
Okay, that'd be great. Thanks.
Appreciate it.
All right. Last question for Mills, please.
Hey, how's it going, sweetest Denzel?
Hey, good. Thank you. How are you doing?
Good. It's MMA Locker Room, part of Pub Sports Radio. Just got a question for you. You know, looking at all the former champions who just won the competition, some of them lost real early, like Brandon Loughney. Have you learned any lessons from seeing that happen early on in this tournament, or are you going out there with the same mind state as ours?
Yeah, you're right. So that the thing is, for me, that's what I believe. Like, Brandon is a friend of mine, and I'm always gonna be rooting for him. But what happened in his fight, like, not that his opponent is a major underdog or something like that, but that's just the beautiful part of fighting in MMA and why you tune in, because it doesn't matter what the odds say and who's the favorite. You still have to go out, and everyone, like Tyson said, has a plan until you get punched in the face. So with that being said, nothing for me has changed, because I already had that mindset, be ready for everything and anything. But that's part of the game.
Got it. And then one more about your gym, Extreme Couture. You know, you're training with a lot of high level athletes over there. But when you're training and doing your sparring, who's the one person in the gym that hits the heavy bag the hardest, to where you turn around and think, man, what's going on?
It's the heavy bag hardest. Is that what you said?
Yes, sir.
I haven't seen him hit the heavy bag, but I would assume it's Francis.
Got it. And last one for me, man. A lot of talk is being said about, you know, former champions competing with other champions, like Bellator champions versus UFC champions. I think it's time for PFL to get in that mention. How do you feel about the welterweight division competing against the other champions and other organizations?
My man, finally, it's time.
Got it. Love to hear it, man. A best of skill this week.
Appreciate that.
All right, Sadibou, that's it for this room. Thank you so much.
Still keep the